Hey guys, welcome to another day at the shop. Today I'm going to be doing a do-it-yourself project. Exciting, huh? Well, my do-it-yourself project revolves around all this. All that. Alright, sorry for the horrible display. Sorry to look up at me. I got a sink here. It's a pretty decent sized sink. With another little sink. I need another drain, so that's one part. But if anybody knows what this is, it definitely says parts washer brush. If you can see that sideways, you can see it like that. You see a little parts washer right there. That is what I'm doing, is a do-it-yourself parts washer. So, with this, we're going to be using this sink, of course. I know I'm doing a horrible view. Hold on. Oh. Sorry, my tripod was all over the place. All right, so we've got this. We got the sink. We've got valves, brush, motor, hose, power supply, and a filter. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to build a stand for this to be on. A stand with what's it called? Casters. I've got some casters somewhere around here that I'm may or may not use, I don't know. I may not have big enough ones for what I'm doing. Got that. Gonna have some plumbing done to it so it washes everything where I need it and not down into the solvent jug. The way I'm gonna control this whole setup is by this power supply. So I'm gonna have this on like a kind of light switch deal to turn it on and off. This is gonna plug into here because this is a 12 volt setup, and this is a 12 volt pump. So line this up, go from here to here, have one end plugged in here, one end plugged out here. This is the in, this is the out. Out goes through, which either way you can do this, in and out of that. So technically this can be before that, so it filters it out with water and debris. I have this other one that I could use possibly. I don't know if it would work good enough. And then coming to a valve, so I can cut on or cut off whatever I want. I can hold back pressure with this if I want to. I haven't even looked inside these. All right, so yeah, this one has stuff in it. But I can hold back pressure from the pump, which is 300 liters a minute, to this, which I'm going to need to get another adapter for that, or I'm going to have another T, well, there's not a T, I'm going to have a T that runs from the pump to where I can either fill one of these if I want to as well. So I can fill it with solvent and let whatever in there rest and really just fill up, or I can do it another way without having that and just fill it up from the brush. So that's another way to do it. So whatever's easiest, I'm going to try and do. I've already taken measurements of the sink. It is 21 inches in depth on the edges up under here, if you see where these little claws are, and then 37 inches long. So I'm going to have to build a cabinet, table, stand that's 37 inches interior, side to side, and the depth is going to be 21 inches interior, side to side, as of casters, and then a bottom shelf to hold my container of solvent. I don't have an answer for all that yet, so this is going to be probably a two-part episode because I still got to go get the solvent anyway. But we're going to make the stand today and get the other parts done with the wiring. And I gotta see if I have a switch. I don't know if I do. If I don't, that goes in part two, possibly too. So I've got a lot of other stuff in here from house projects. Got my boxes, so I can use my box for that. Up underneath the sink, like I said, I still need a drain. I have a little hole for a faucet there, and yeah, we can get a faucet or a parts washer in here. So stay tuned, and we're going to see how this works out. Alright, now that this is built, it's a little bit oblong, but I don't really care. It just has to hold a sink in it. Right at 21. So, we got an issue. Alright. So, yep, we got an issue. I gotta go back to the drawing board because I screwed up. So, apparently this one's coming out. I only measured up for one. I knew I was gonna do that. Let's cut it out of the board. All right, as you see, it's together. Sturdy-ish. It's not the greatest, but it's gonna do. It was free. I did it. Now, let me get the sink. As you see, it's getting there. Got a little bit more work to get this thing down where it needs to go, but it shakes a little bit, but I'll probably put a cross brace in the back and maybe another brace in the middle and the back as well so that it doesn't shake so much. So, stay tuned. All right, so got this in. The whole thing's not 100% stable, but it's gonna have a lot more weight on it once that 5-gallon bucket or whatever gets down there with all that solvent, possibly 2. So. On top of that, I'll probably get some metal bracing or bracketry just to hold it up just a little bit better because, like I said, this isn't 100% the best. But it is what I wanted. It's going to be a little wash station. That's all. It's not going to have heavy parts in it. This is not going anywhere. The lip all the way around is more than a 1/4 inch over, just like a kitchen sink. And then I've got 1 drain, 2 drain, and then something right there. So I'm gonna figure the rest of this out in just a minute. Oh, all right. As my daughters drive around on the 20 volt. All right, so I'll put the switch box in here, and I got the fuel pump. I don't know where I'm putting it yet, and I've got the plug for the 12 volt outlet. So this is going to be cut off right here, and it's going to go in here. This fuel pump is also going to be wired in here. More than likely, it's going to be strapped back here somewhere or something. I don't know yet. All right, so I think I figured it out. I think I want the filter right here, and then the fuel pump right here, so that it's after the filter. So it's going to pull in from the filter, I'm hoping. I don't know, I've tried to read and it doesn't say it's before or after a filter, or the pump, but I prefer it before. And then out, comes through here, comes out here. It'll have that valve that I showed y'all, and it'll be able to regulate how much pressure is coming out of the wand. So this is how I'm gonna do it, and I hope it works. So I'm putting the Teflon on the fittings right now. Starting to put these fittings on, and then I get to start looking at wiring and how these hoses are going to go. So I'm at a stopping point right now. I got the power supply hooked up or bolted up, so you can just use that plug. Come around here. We've got the wires in the box. I just got to get a switch and then a cover, which isn't going to be anything. I've got the fuel filter, the fuel pump, got the line hooked to it, the wires ran. Oh, I'm trying to figure out this part right here, how I'm wanting to go from this fuel pump over to here, either under or over, but I want a fill and I also want a line for this. I've got these, which is going to control the output of how much I want, which is either going to go up here and tee off, or I'm not sure yet. So that's where we're at. I gotta go get some plumbing stuff. As you see, nothing down there. I'm gonna put a piece of plywood down here to hold my bucket. I'll probably put a shelf in here to hold anything else, as of gloves or anything, to make sure that whenever I'm using it, I don't destroy my hands. So stay tuned. I'm gonna go to the store and get my stuff.